Hi, welcome back to my channel. Some days are watcher days and some days are talker days for me. While I was at work, I had this thought about religion, and we're all hypocrites. Let's start there. So I wrote a little bit of a script in my phone. I'm gonna read that out. I would be okay with it if religion didn't pollute our rivers, our gardens, our forests. The core tenets of any religion are sound, decent, but humanity isn't reliable and has never been reliable. So, to assume that just because you've read the text and grown up in a religious household, practicing everything that one does not mean that you practice the core tenets of your religion. I would be okay with it if change was brought through it. And everybody knows that religion does not serve that purpose. It is exactly the opposite. Even if you forego the regressive nature of all religions and say that reforms need to happen for religions to survive in the modern world, even the even then the change is not guaranteed. Even after reforming all the religions, even then change is not guaranteed because humanity is still going to be humanity, unreliable and flawed, deeply weird. Humanity has been practicing and destroying the planet, practicing religion and destroying the planet in the same breath. We are all hypocrites of one nature or another. Another thing that I don't like about religion is there is an obligation, kind of a duty, a sense of doom, a sense of protection brought on by fear, which is associated with religion. None of these things actually scream devotion, right? If it's a to-do list that you have to go to work, you have to go to gym. Third thing on the to-do list is that you have to go to your religious place. Let's assume for argument's sake that there is something that you and I cannot explain, the existence or whatnot. I would rather that existence is meaningless and we have to find joy in ourselves every single day. And it doesn't have to come from religion. I am more satisfied with that. But let's say, for argument's sake, there is something which is unexplainable and there is a meaning and we just don't know it. But done out on the rituals, the practice, the words that you were, the verses and whatnot in every religion, they seem like they're done out of an obligation to complete a to do list. So there's a cognitive bias because you're deriving a satisfaction out of the thought of praying and doing religious stuff, not necessarily associated with a link to a higher being, not necessarily that you have a connection to it. You have the feeling that you are connected, but you have this feeling, this satisfaction is born out of fear, pride, ego, and everything else that the religions actually condemn. So, us humans have, in practicing religion in the way humanity has done over millennia, have become exactly what religious texts would warn us against. I am not even asking, did you ever question who wrote those texts? Because that's a Pandora's box that I don't think religious people are ready for. But I'm not a seriously religious person, I could never be. I'm a non serious observer from far and occasional talker like this, but mostly critical of the practice of religion. I have to at all time reject religion in others' company. I can think about it in private. I can mull over the existence, the meaning, and some spiritual connection in private. That actually is opposite to what I am doing right now. But in the company of other people, I have to always reject it because I hate how practicing religion has become in today's world. You and me also sometimes back, I also am included. We how no matter the religion, how do we have no issue in the way our religions are being used and abused and practiced? You have no issue because perhaps the people who are practicing and abusing and using your religion are of your own religion. Funny how that works out. What is your relationship with religion? Mine is private and always a question. always skeptical, always critical of the practices, the rituals, the verses, and everything. If there is to be religion, if there is to be spirituality, it has to be newfound with the experience of every human being that is born. Hence, cannot be shared with two human beings. I don't think that is the point of it, but sure. What is your relationship with religion? If you like this word salad, consider staying here on this channel. Check out my other videos. This is sort of a chill place where I exist slow living, where I practice slow living, and I am building a space with creative inquiries into myself. Those inquiries are into myself and everything I do and around myself, whatever I see, whoever I see. Consider subscribing if you like it. Bye. Also, something I wanted to say, the practice of religion done in such public sphere, I am not sure that is the purpose of it. If the purpose is to look inside and connect with a higher being, if there is one, it is supposed to be private. You can't tell people what to do and how to do it. You can't influence people. One religion, I think this is a famous George Carlin bit, where he said one person, religious person, spiritual person, great. Even two is great. But more than that, always weird. Organized religion, not my jam.